Hi, it's Dan. I'm back with our next segment. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the stronger bands. I kind of went over the strength, relative strength of the bands in the previous segment. Talked about using the first three levels for dynamic movement and the top two levels for more strength and plyo work. So I've hooked myself up to some of our red bands. These bands, the red bands are adding about 80 pounds of downward force on my body. If you go up to the black bands, it's equivalent to about 120 pounds of downward force, quite a bit. So when you have these on, we tell a lot of people, for most people, except for perhaps elite athletes, really strong athletes, you don't necessarily want to use these red and black bands for dynamic movement because they could impact your biomechanical movement and your movement patterns, which is really not the idea of wear bands. So what we do with these strength bands, this is really for strength work. If you want to add these to your free weight work to really reach and activate muscles the free weights aren't getting by themselves, great solution. But if you just want to do a body weight workout and get a lot of resistance, we recommend these stronger bands, right? You can simply do squats with them. You're going to feel your glutes light up. We'll talk about some of the data in another segment, but you will increase muscle activation in your posterior chain, your glutes, by probably 50 to 80% relative to just doing a body weight air squat. These are great for lunges. You're really going to feel the burn. You're going to feel the challenge. You could do forward lunges. Obviously, you can do some side lunges with them. When you add the upper body system in, you can do squats with the push-up as well. I'll talk about the upper body system in a separate segment, go over the weights for those. But I just wanted to show you some quick examples. Heart rate's already shot up just from the extra gravity that this system is really adding to my body, a downward force, of about 80 pounds that's constant, that never goes away. So again, we recommend the black bands and the red bands for more strength, plyometric, less dynamic movement work. For you elite athletes out there, probably college level, professional level, as you work your way up through our bands, you're going to find there are going to be plenty of challenge for dynamic movement drills. But certainly as you work your way up, we've seen some tennis players hook up the red bands, and you can certainly get there, but really only recommended for elite, really stronger athletes to do dynamic movement in the top two levels of bands. So I hope that clears up a little bit about our bands, how they're used, and how much they weigh. See you in the next segment.